The word exile, I didn't feel like accepting it. It's just like the word diaspora. If you said journalist in diaspora, it got its own meaning. If you said journalist in exile, it looks and it gives me as if I'm going to stay for a longer period. I call myself in transit, and I mean in transit going back home. But when it comes to life or death, then there is no alternative. You must leave. I myself, I have an experience of being harassed and tortured psychologically, at least, and threatened to death. So when you are threatened to death, this is a question which you have to think. A human rights defender who's alive is better than a human rights defender who's dead.
When I was coming out of my country in exile, it was like somebody being taken out of his town and taken into the middle of an ice or a mountain of ice. And you see that you feel cold, and then you feel lonely, and then you feel that you're going to die.
Being journalist and away from your country where you used to work, it's not easy. As a Somali exile journalist, the challenge or the difficulties we have is like you cannot see your family. You are not as you were while you were with your family, your friends there in Somalia.
It's just a very isolated, remote area, very hot desert land, and outsiders are not even aware how these refugees are living, and they are not even aware how these exiled journalists are living. The camp has existed for 21 years now, and you can imagine there's no vehicle to spread this news to the rest of the world. So from my heart, I feel that it's a dangerous issue, it's a bad life, so I started a news agency.
For a journalist and for the human rights defender, the best place to carry on his or her message is to be at home, to be inside your society and with your people.
My concern was that always to get resettlement, because Kenya was not an option, and everybody can imagine that the option of a journalist from this country is like to get resettled and get good work and permits and documents to travel, and then like the rights of everybody, education, health, and all this.
I'm willing to continue first my work as a professional journalist, to continue my career.
I'm quite optimistic, and I'm always very happy that we are not alone.